Hey, what is going on, guys? Rude Linnell here, coming back at you with another batch tutorial. And now we're going to start to review some stuff with arrays. And arrays were that sort of like a data type that allowed us to hold multiple values. They were kind of like lists and that sort of thing. And if you need a refresher, obviously you can head back to the series, take a look at some of the videos we were covering back then, and sort of refresh your mind a little bit. But for now, let's get move on to some more functions that we can actually build ourselves and, have access to later in the future. So if I get Notepad++ ready along with CMD, what I'm going to do is actually create a new script called array append. And you guessed it, this script will allow us to append something right to the end of the array. So I'll go ahead and do add echo off as usual. And the syntax for this is going to be call array append with our array, and that's actually going to be the variable, so not a string or anything, and then the value can be to append. So first of all, we need to actually know the delimiter that we're going to be passing in as well. So we should pass that in for delimiter. And it might be a good idea for you yourself to actually add in some accessibility inside your create array script so you can use the delimiter, and that's a global thing that you can see outside of the function and that sort of thing, so you don't have to pass it back and forth when you're trying to append things. Or maybe you want this functionality because you're actually able to change the delimiter for this specific value for the array. It's whatever you'd like to do, guys, but I'm going to be working with it like this for now. So anyway, we actually do need to be able to work with the strings, though, that we're actually working with. We need the delimiter. That's the second argument that we pass in, and we also need what we're adding. So I'm going to go ahead and say add for the third thing. Now what we're going to actually do is set up a temporary variable, and that's going to be the array length as of right now. But when we add something onto it, obviously the array length is going to change. It's going to increment by 1. So we need to still be able to keep track of this, though, because we're actually going to be setting the latest version, or the final or the end of the array to have this version onto it right here. So let's set temporary to equal the value of our array1 length. And now we can actually go ahead and set the array that we're passing to, our temporary, to equal add. So we're adding that on right there. That's pretty easy. But now we actually need to update the length and what the actual array says. So we can do this with set-a length, %1 length, and that can equal temporary plus 1. So you can see we're doing a little bit of arithmetic here and just incrementing the length since we're adding something onto it. And then we can go ahead and say our variable, our array that we actually were working with, can actually equal the value of what it was with a delimiter added onto it, and then with add right on the end. So we've added it on and we can successfully work with it. So if I get CMD open, and actually I'm going to need to create a new script even, I can go ahead and hit Control-N. I'll save this as script.bat. This is going to be just a typical, regular script we're working with in every day. Enable. Oh. And now we can go ahead and create an array. And I'll call mine array, just keep it easy, and the values will be, what am I missing? What am I? But I want to append that missing right onto it. So what I'm going to do is first echo out the array before I actually append anything onto it. I'll go ahead and echo it out. Now if I run script, you can see, what am I? We can get the length of it. 3, we can actually use each individual piece of it. 0, what am I, and that sort of thing. Oh, 2, sorry. And now what we can do is go ahead and call array append. We'll pass in our array name, the delimiter that we were using, and we'll put in missing right at the end. Now if I go ahead and echo the array, you can see that it says, what am I missing? And we can actually index it for missing right at that variable there, the third position, or the fourth position naturally, because there are 4 positions, there are 4 values anyway inside that array. So there you go, guys. It's very simple, it's very easy, it's just sort of modifying some variables and making that accessible all throughout your area, but really that's all there is to it. Now if I go ahead and put this into my, let's see, our tools, and I'll also go ahead and put it in our system path. If I plop it right in there, we can use it no matter where we are. So along with creating arrays no matter where we are, we can actually add to them and work with them later on no matter where we are. So that makes it pretty great and pretty awesome to have for us. Thank you guys for watching though. I hope you enjoyed this, and I will see you in the next tutorial. Bye.